This box came from a company named NYXI Gaming, and by the amount of the word gamer written on the box, you can probably guess they specialize in gaming accessories. More specifically in accessories for portable consoles, and mostly for Nintendo Switch, a portable console I don't own and have no intention to own. Anyway, inside the box there is a carrying case and a docking station. Let's start with the carrying case. It's a rather big, hard-shell box, and NYXI Gaming offers them in several colors, but I chose the carbon fiber one. I'm a sucker for carbon fiber, even though it has been somewhat overused ad nauseum by street racer community, I still like the look. I even have my Ridge wallet, an original one, made from real carbon fiber. I am not sure if this case is made of real carbon fiber, however the pattern looks very similar to original carbon fiber. Anyway, I like the look. The two sides are held together by what seems to be a good quality two-sided zipper, and inside there is another zipper covering a mesh compartment and also a folded middle section with several small compartments to hold Nintendo game cards. As I said, I don't own a Nintendo Switch. However, I do own an Asus ROG Ally, and it seems to fit perfectly in this case designed for Nintendo Switch. The only problem is this middle part, which is supposed to hold Nintendo games. You can fold it the other way around, and then the case can be closed. However, since I don't own a Nintendo Switch and have no intention to own anything from Nintendo, I decided to just cut off this section, making the case more convenient for ROG Ally. And this means you can buy Nintendo Switch accessories for other portable consoles. In this case, it's almost a perfect match for an ROG Ally or a similar shaped device, for example, the new handheld from MSI, which should also fit perfectly in this case, designed for Nintendo Switch. Just bear in mind, this particular product from NYXI Gaming is a rather large case. It is almost the same size as the retail box for ROG Ally. However, you get lots of space inside it. For example, in the middle section underneath your console, there is a large compartment which can be used to store essentials that you will be carrying with you anyway. That is the charger and the cable, maybe some USB hub, or a compact keyboard with a touchpad, or a foldable Bluetooth keyboard with a touchpad, and things like that. Also, the case comes with a pretty well-made lanyard, which can be attached to a ring on the side of the case, and then secured to your wrist to carry the case around. However, I personally do not carry the case on itself. I put it inside my backpack to avoid scratches, dust, and minor damage that can be caused to the handheld by other items in the backpack. Anyway, I really like the case and can highly recommend it. The next item inside the box is a docking station, and again for a different console, not for the ROG Ally, but rather for a Steam Deck. Currently there are 4 mainstream handheld PCs on the market, that is Steam Deck, ROG Ally, MSI Claw, and Lenovo Legion Go, and 3 of them suffer from the same problem. They have only one Type-C port that is used for everything, from charging to attaching displays. The only exception is Legion Go. It has 2 ports, however both of them are USB Type-C, and you will need adapters for most devices your own, since most probably they have Type-A plugs. This docking station addresses that issue. Basically, it has one wire. In this case, it's a semi-flexible wire with an angled USB Type-C connection, which you plug into your console. And on the base of the device, there is a variety of ports and interfaces that are used to connect all your peripherals. So the idea is, you connect everything to this dock, leave it on your table, and whenever you want to use your handheld in a desktop mode, you just place it in this docking station, connect a single wire, and you're good to go. You don't need to connect anything else because everything else is already connected to the docking station. Even though it is designed for Steam Deck, since ROG Ally is slightly slimmer and smaller than a Steam Deck, it also fits perfectly into this dock. The docking station also comes with an instruction booklet, a Type-C male to Type-C female extender, which I'm not sure how you're supposed to use. Anyway, it's here for some reason, and some adhesive rubber that you can stick into the bracket where the console goes, mostly to avoid scratches that may be caused by the dock, since it is made of some metal, some sort of aluminum alloy. However, since I already have a silicone sleeve on my ROG Ally, I will not be sticking those. I'm also not very concerned about scratching the screen, since I have a tempered glass screen protector installed. As for the dock itself, apart from the NYXI Gaming logo, which is an owl, I find it cute, it extends the single USB Type-C port on the handheld to 3 USB 3.0 ports, a Type-C power delivery port where you will be plugging in your power, and as soon as you do that, a blue LED will go on next to it. The maximum power input is 100 watts. It also gives you a 1 gigabit Ethernet connection and 3 display connections, a DisplayPort 1.2, an HDMI 2.0 port, and also a VGA port. So basically you can connect 3 more monitors to your handheld. The resolution and refresh rates depends on the number of monitors you connect to the dock. If you connect a single display via HDMI or DisplayPort, you will get up to 4K at 60 Hz. If you connect 2 displays, one will be up to 4K 30 Hz and the second one will be Full HD 60 Hz. If you connect 3 displays, that means one HDMI, one DisplayPort, and one VGA, each of them will output at 1080p 60 Hz. It's worth noticing that the displays will not work at all if the Type-C port on your device does not support DisplayPort Out mode. Most of the handheld devices, that is Steam Deck, ROG Ally, MCI Claw, and Legion Go, do support DP Alt mode, as well as many laptops. Before investing in this or any other dock, you must make sure that your Type-C connector does support DP Alt mode if you want display output. I also have to note that there is no audio connection on this dock. Since Bluetooth is obviously not an option for serious gaming at all, you would still need to plug a second cable from your gaming headset, for example, to the onboard 3.5mm jack on the console. If you still want a one-wire solution, you will have to either use a USB gaming headset or any other USB audio solution, or a wireless USB headset with its own dongle. You can also go the HDMI or DisplayPort route if your display supports audio out and plug the headphones into the monitor, for example. However, this obviously will only be an output, so you will only be able to hear sounds. For microphone, you will have to use the onboard mics, which are quite good on the ROG Ally. So I checked both the HDMI and DisplayPort. They do output sound. I didn't bother to check the VGA output since I will never ever use it, and obviously VGA only outputs video. It doesn't output sound. But I did check the Ethernet and it seems to be working just fine, providing the 1 gigabit connection as advertised, and also the NIC is a Realtek chip connected as a USB device, obviously. As for the USB ports, 3 of them is the minimum you need, since 2 of the 3 ports will be occupied by your wired keyboard and mouse or wireless dongles from your keyboard and mouse, leaving you with only 1 unoccupied USB port, which could be used for thumb drives and other devices. Of course, you can free up 1 more port if you use a keyboard and mouse kit or any other solution with 1 dongle for both wireless mouse and wireless keyboard. However, not everyone have them or is happy with those keyboards and mice. So the idea is the minimum amount of USB ports on a USB dock should be at least 3. I checked the speed with the fastest USB device I have, which is a USB 3.2 portable SSD drive. I connected it directly to the ROG Ally to measure the speed, and then connected it to the dock, and the transfer speeds were almost identical. So all in all, I really like this dock, and by the way, it also fits in that compartment inside the case. However, size-wise, it's in the middle of 2 more docks that I have. The first one is from Dell. It has mostly the same features as this one, but it is much larger, and it also for some reason has an internal fan to cool off the internal components. And by the way, I had some concerns about that angled connector on this dock from NYXI Gaming, since if it overheats, it will damage the ROG Ally beyond repair. However, it doesn't seem to be heating much, so that shouldn't be a problem. And also this Steam Deck dock has a bit more interfaces than the smallest dock that I have from Lenovo, even though Lenovo probably doesn't know that they make such products, since this is obviously a knockoff. Anyway, the so-called Lenovo dock is nice to carry around in your pocket, however, it's not really convenient in a desktop setting, since there is no stand which can hold your handheld in upright position, and also the connector isn't angled. So anyway, it turns out you can use accessories designed for other handheld devices with your handheld device, and if you need a case or a dock, I can recommend these products, and you will find a purchase link in the description below.
I am the god of YouTube!
Like, subscribe, jingle bells.